Hey guys! Today's video I'm going to be talking a little bit about perms and Brazilian blowouts. So for the longest time nobody wanted perms, nobody talked about perms, and I feel like recently there's been a lot of questions and a lot of people more interested in getting maybe a perm, and so I figured it was definitely time to make a video and kind of answer all those questions that I've been getting either at the salon or here on YouTube. So I will be starting off with perms. So the biggest question I get is, instead of, using a small rod for, a traditional 80s perm, why don't I use, like a large rods and create that gorgeous, beachy large waves that everyone wants? And to be honest, if that were the case and if that's what you could achieve, probably every woman on earth would probably be doing that, because obviously that's gorgeous and it would be, no effort on our part and just wake up with gorgeous natural waves. So the reason why that doesn't work is that either the solution needs to be really strong for that even to catch a curl, or the rod needs to be smaller. It has to do with how many times your hair can wrap around that rod. And there's actually like a scientific ratio. Depending on the length of your hair, the hair actually has to wrap a certain amount of times in order for a curl to actually be established. So if you think about it, the bigger the rod, the less times the hair is going to wrap around that rod. Even say if your hair is really long, say like to your waist or lower, you are only going to get a curl like towards the end. And that is because on top, if the curl is not tight enough, then the hair is going to be heavier than that curl, so the hair wins, and basically what ends up happening is it's just too heavy and it just kind of, limps, and so the ends will have a little bit of curl. So what hairdressers have kind of found is that, between the damage you get and the low result you get, it's definitely not worth it. I've definitely seen hairdressers do it with, not much good results, and so that's why, in my opinion, I don't think it works whatsoever. Save your money and save the integrity of your hair, because you're not going to get the results that, we are envisioning. So that is my answer for that. Now for Brazilian blowouts, and I get asked this all the time at the salon, like what I think, who's a good candidate for this, and is it worth it? So what a Brazilian blowout, for those of you who don't know exactly what it is basically for someone that has frizzy, kind of wavy hair, and they have to blow out their hair every day to get that smooth, sleek look. And so the Brazilian blowout is basically, you go to the salon, you get your hair blown out with this chemical that then kind of coats the hair in that shape. So that means that when you go home and you shampoo your hair and you let it air dry, it dries in that shape that they've, shaped it into because of that product. So it's basically like a perm for that shape that they've given you. So instead of a perm for curly hair, you have a perm for, that style that they've styled you in the last time that you were at the salon. So basically what it comes down to is, if you do have a very thick, very coarse hair, very textured hair, curls, frizz, and you are blow drying your hair, at least every other day, and you are using, say, a flat iron or a curling iron daily to, to add sleekness, to add shine to your hair, you're one of those people you don't like to, wear your natural texture, then this is absolutely for you. So the amount of damage that you do get from the process, because let's face it, most chemical process will take a little bit of a toll on your hair. But if you think about, this one-time damage on the hair, so say if it's going to prevent at least 2 months of you blowing out your hair at home, it's a huge, huge improvement to what you've been doing by blowing out your hair. So definitely in the long run, it does save your hair. And also it will save you time. Because if you're someone that, spends at least half an hour a day just blowing out your hair, this is going to save you so much time. Alright guys, so I hope you learned a thing or two about perms and Brazilian blowouts, and hope I've answered most of your questions. So as always, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe by clicking right here. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye!